This is combination trains. We are going to start with our intro slide. Then we are going to talk about the purpose, which is to identify and visualize combinations for their focus number. They'll need connecting cubes of two different colors. And then immediately they're going to switch to their camera. Your student is going to use their cubes to build as many trains as they can that show combinations of the number 6. Your student might, at their first time on this activity, think that we mean maybe a pattern, blue, red, blue, red. What we really want to do is make sure we can see very clearly using the colors what the two pieces that they've broken their number into. So make sure you point to this, and I'll use my laser tool here, this example combination of 5, which shows 4 and 1. So the students are able to build trains that show different combinations of their focus number this way. It'll be important if your student is struggling, rather than prompting them, you might say, well, if we started with 1 red, how many blue would we have? Use some guiding questions there. If your student does not have their materials nearby, cubes nearby, you're going to go to slide 5 and have them use this cube bank in the select tool to physically build their trains with these manipulatives instead. The other thing you want to be doing is making sure your student is recognizing that if they're building a 4 and 2, that this can also be flipped around and it will and be written as 2 plus 4. So one way you could ask that is, if we were to flip the order of these digits so that it was 2 and 4, what does that make the equation? Does the total change? Do our pieces change? Questions like that will be helpful. Once your student has built as many equations as they can, as many trains as possible, they're going to do a quick brain break and then come back and then color in using a pictorial representation the equations that they made. So they'll use the pen tool here. You can choose the color and thickness, and they'll be able to physically color in the equations to match the trains that they built. They will then use their pen tool or the text box tool to write the equations that they are representing with their colors. So the example of 3 plus 3 might look just like this. It does not need to be perfect. The idea is that they can see a pictorial representation of the trains they built. Then we've got 2 example word problems and wrap-up questions.